At Nova Noxus _G. What do you like about SO4 Esports as an organization, and why will you guys bounce back and have a deep playoff run this bit? I think what I mostly like about the organization is actually the people that are working in it. So our coaching staff is very competent and I really enjoy working with them. All my teammates, I think, are very much forward looking to improve and trying to play as good as possible as a team. So this is the biggest part I like about the organization and the professionalism they bring into the scene. And I think the most reasons I just mentioned also will help us for making a deep playoff run, because everyone trying to improve and everyone trying to optimize their gameplay will help us in the end, while other teams might have things that they don't work on at the start already. At AJ Black Y99. Which team will win the spring split? Why is it so good at the moment? I think right now it's impossible to predict who will win spring split because we are just in week 4. So yeah, I think anyone can take it at this point, but the team that will win spring split is the team that will improve the most leading up to it. And why Vitality is performing so well right now is because their playstyle is very aggressive maybe and high tempo, so if the enemy team is not prepared to it, and especially in the early weeks teams are not working as well together, finding the perfect answer to what they're doing is quite hard in stress situations. So they get a lot of leads through their playstyle that they maybe shouldn't get, because I don't think individually they're performing as best as the best players in Europe can be, but it's definitely their playstyle, and also Jizuka was carrying a lot of games alone. So. At Nucleus Brain. Were you a fan of Schalke 04 growing up? If Borussia Dortmund would be an LCS team, which current team would they be? Growing up I wasn't particularly interested in watching the Bundesliga, but I actually come out of an area that is pretty close to Gelsenkirchen or Schalke in general, so I definitely have sympathies for the club. And if Borussia Dortmund was an LCS team, it would probably be Vitality, because I don't like them and they also have the yellow color, so I guess it would be them. At Rebel 382. Who do you think are the best AD carries in the league, and where would you rank yourself? I think at the current state it's kind of hard for me to rank myself, judging from the games I played in LCS, because the sample size is still so small. But looking at the other AD carries' performance in scrims or on stage, I would rank Reckless the highest right now, and followed after by Hans Sommer, because I think they are the most complete players in the role. Ranking myself is quite difficult, but I would definitely see myself up there with them, but first I need to have the performances on stage to back the statement up. At minus. Did you ever think of standing in the current position that you are in right now before playing League of Legends at a pro level? If so, who or what was your motivation? I didn't really imagine myself being a professional player when I started playing League, because I was still quite young and the scene wasn't as developed as it is now. But it was actually always a dream of me when I was watching, even in Season 1 when I was like 10, 11, watching M5 or even CHEU playing the games. So this was always something I wanted to achieve if I could, but it didn't seem realistic at the time because it was very different back then. But I didn't really have like this goal in my mind. But now that I'm here, it's kind of amazing to look back at it. And my main motivation was probably just the ladder system, because I was very competitive. So just climbing the ladder was, I guess, my main motivation. And this is in the end how I joined the professional team. At GLTBor8. What do you think? What is your main strength in and outside the game? I don't really think I have a particular strength inside of the game, because I don't think this really exists. You can either be a good player or a bad player, and I try to have my strengths in all aspects of the game, so laning, team fighting, macro knowledge, etc. And outside of the game, I would like to think that I'm dedicated, that this is my main strength, because I try to play as much as I can and always focus on the goal. At Pansy_lol. How can I have more impact as a solo queue AD carry? Mostly I play duo with supports, would be grateful for any advices. I think the main problem with solo Q80 carries is that they don't really think about what the enemy team has threats, what the threats are of the enemy team. So what you should try to focus on is who can actually kill you and when you can actually do damage. So you aren't impatient and die before you can do the most damage. At Shaylee's Zai. I've noticed you're always wearing a ring. Is it special? This ring is actually a family object, I guess, and all my brothers have the same ring, and yeah, it makes me feel bonded with my family maybe, so it's actually, yeah, it's something special, I would say. At QWERTYASDF1234. Vermisst du das schöne Gelsenkirchen und den Pott oder fühlst du dich in Berlin wohler? Ich glaube, beide Standorte haben ihre Vorzüge, aber ich glaube, in Berlin gibt es ein paar mehr Sachen, die man machen kann im Vergleich zu Gelsenkirchen. Aber auf der anderen Seite haben wir natürlich in Berlin keine Arena, in der wir spielen können. Das heißt, beides hat seine Vorzüge.